Hello, 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 my friends. Thank you so much for joining me and this little Wiggles Roo with her starting these workouts with a yawn. Girl, come here. High fives. Come on. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. Guys, thank you so much for being here with me. It is happy hour at the bar. So, I know these bar classes, I tend to get to the end and have to rush like crazy. So I'm going to keep this really short and sweet as I can. And hopefully we can get through everything as many times as I would like us to. So, what are you going to need today? You need one pair of light hand weights. And really, honestly, if you're like, I'm not feeling the weights today, don't even worry about it. We are only going to use it for one exercise. And it's really just a warm-up exercise to get our shoulders moving to start our arm set. So, if you don't want weights today, don't sweat it. I honestly just finished our Swools for September in-person training last night with a whole bunch of drop sets, and my arms feel like they're gonna fall off. So, I'm probably gonna omit them today. So, one pair of light hand weights, optional. Super important though, your yoga mat and whatever else it is that keeps you comfortable on the floor. So we are going to be spending some time in the floor. Our upper body and core is one series together. And so definitely want to have whatever it is that keeps you comfortable on the floor. So we're going to spend a decent little clip of time there, okay? All right, so today is Yogi Barre. So it's Barre meets yoga. And again, both of these are just in the style of Barre and yoga. I'm not certified to teach Barre. I'm not certified to teach yoga. I am a multi-year yoga participant, done Barre ad nauseum. So I'm just taking pieces of both of those practices and combining them into one workout that I think is fun and also a really great way to work our body and to kind of heal our body at the same time, which I think is a really, really cool thing when we can pull that off. So it was inspired by both styles, but if you've never done Barre, or you've never done yoga, or you've never done either, no sweat. We're not gonna get complicated with any of it. So the part that's yoga inspired is gonna have a lot of stretch and opening to it, and then the part that's Barre inspired, again, is gonna be that time under tension, the amount of time we spend doing, you know, the same squat but different counts, different variations, things like that. So we've got the kind of sweet openness of yoga with the time under tension of burn. So that's kind of time under tension of burn, of Barre. So that's how it kind of works together. We're going to stick with that reps of 10 to make it really easy to understand and easy to flow. We're going to do 2 lower body sessions and 1 upper body and core session, okay? So modify if needed. If something's not feeling right or it's feeling funky, then please find your modification. Maybe that's don't go so low. Maybe that's change the position of your foot, something like that. If yoga is new to you, just really pay attention. If you're a visual learner, then really pay attention to how I'm moving my body. If you're an audio learner, then definitely pay attention to the words because I'm going to do my best to coach you through it both ways, okay? Add music if you need it, if that's helpful for you. No music here. And of course, I'll be checking Facebook for questions as I can to help you guys along your journey. So the last thing that I always ask, please like, share, subscribe, follow along, whatever it is that you can do to get more people paying attention more people paying attention to us here at Strong Style Fitness. The more you can interact, the more it kind of jogs those algorithms to put our post up in front of more people. So anything you can do to help would be greatly appreciated. And if you can, please consider donating. Again, it is the only payment I receive for these classes. So if you can, please consider Venmo at Strong Style Fit. That's where you'll find me. You'll see this logo. You'll know it's me. My name's Tracy, which I know I never say that in these videos. I would just assume everybody knows me, but Tracy, hi, nice to meet you. All right, guys, so I'm going to take a quick drink of water. We're going to start with lower body, and then we'll do our 2 lower bodies and then our upper body and core together. Hopefully I kept this somewhat concise and we have time to get through it. I'm going to check the video real quick, and then we will get right to it. Yes, only 5 minutes of setup. I think that's a record for me, guys. All right, so we're going to be working in chair squats, and we're going to be working in high lunges. So I'm going to give you the just very basic setup for both of those, just so we can kind of flow through the set more smoothly instead of having to do the chair squat piece, then stop, then teach the high lunge piece. So just really quickly, those two basic movements, we're going to add to them. A chair squat is your feet incredibly narrow. You want your big toes touching if that's comfortable for you, but you want a space between your heels because you want your feet to be straight, which in your head you might think that means I clip my heels together, but no, look what happens when I clip my heels together. Now I've got kind of this V. So toes together, heels just a little flared. That's going to make your feet straight. You're going to zip your legs right up at midline, literally touching, hugging together. Knit those ribs in, so tuck that lower belly up and in to get a nice long spine, and then you sit back just like a squat. So everything else here is the same. I just have my legs zipped up, my feet together, my tail is tucked, my spine is long, and then I lift my arms up. So notice I'm not doing this. I've got my shoulders down, my arms are reaching out like I'm trying to grab something in the sky. Fingers extended, okay? So that's chair squat, and then we're gonna work in a high lunge. High lunge is going to be just like a regular lunge, except your back leg is going to be straight, and it's just going to bend as needed to facilitate the movement. So we're not trying to get to this 90-90 where we normally do with our kind of fitness lunge. So we're gonna stay high, this leg extended, and work that way. So that is how high lunge is going to work. I'm going to give you more coaching when we get there, but didn't want to have to start at the very basics. So chair squat, let's get ourselves set up. We've got our toes together, heels slightly wide. Again, stand tall, 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 tall through that spine. Then pull that lower belly in. Ribs kind of knit together is what you want to think, okay? All right, so we're going to do 10 chair squats. 10. Again, hips sit back, 2, 3, don't let the position of your legs change how you squat, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, I'm going to turn to the side just so you can see what the chair squat looks from the side. You might want to have a wall, chair, back of the couch close by, just for some balance here. We're going to come up to our toes. So we're going to chair squat, come up to our toes, stand on our toes, put our heels down. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, whoop, 8, 9, you see instructors fall too. 10. Hold. We're holding for a count of 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Get those shoulders down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come up. Now we're going to work in that high lunge. We're going to put our left leg forward. We're going to work in full lunge. We're going to work in inches. And we're going to do knee lifts. So, set it up. Left leg forward. Here's what I like to do. I like to go ahead and find my lowest point, the lowest that I think I would be able to go. And then push up from there. And that's my starting point. So, put some hands on your hips. Make sure your hips are even, left to right, front to back. When we step back bar like this, we kind of tend to get opened up or maybe even twisted depending on how your body moves. So just kind of put some hands on your hips, see where you're at, and then let's go. 10, 9, 8, trying to keep that tail nice and long, 7, 6, 5, so we're still getting knee over ankle, 4, 3, 2, 1, hold at your lowest in inches. And guys, I want you to think about your inches, not as like you're bobbing in water, that you're pushing the floor away, sinking back down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. See how different that looks from just kind of bobbing around? 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, lowest point, we're going to drag through this front foot to stand and pull our knee through. 10. And then step back gently into it. 9. Back into that runner's lunge. 8. Again, you may need to hold on to something for balance. That's okay. 7. 6. 5. 4. Slow and controlled. 3. 2. Last 1. Beautiful. Shake it out for just a sec. We're going to do that on the other side. So right leg will come forward. And again, kind of put your hands on your hip points. Feel even front to back, left to right. We got our weight towards the back of our foot. Whoop, whoop. I watched my toes wiggle and it threw me off. I'm going to scoot just a little closer to the wall so I've got that support. All right, so we're at our lowest point. Now we know we can come up. And now we have 10, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Inches. Push up, down. 2. Little bitty movement. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Lowest point, pulling that knee through. 10. You'll notice right away, I'm not as smooth on this leg. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful, friends. Whew, I started feeling it. That's for sure. So I hope here, in that high lunge especially, that while yes, it was work in that front leg, you're also getting a nice stretch through your hip, through that calf. So you're getting some stretch to go along with that work. And some cardio too, I guess. Okay, so I'm gonna turn the video real quick. I'm gonna turn my fan on, and then we're gonna get started. We're gonna go through that one more time. All right, much better. I was like, why does it feel so squats again. So remember, get our toes touching, heels slightly flared. Stand as tall as you can and then pull it in. Feels like you're pulling your ribs kind of towards one another, your lower and your upper. And let those hip flexors here, try to let them go. I'm really guilty of squeezing through my hip flexors to pull forward. I'm trying to remember, kind of let my hip flexors go, pull through my belly, okay? All right, chair squats. 10, 9, hips still sit back. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Ooh, that fan is giving me life. 3, 2, 1. Toe stands. Okay, I'll show you from this side. I'm going to scoot a little closer to the wall so I have some support too. So, stand tall, knit those ribs together. I'm going to try to be more conscious about my arms. There is a way I think I prefer you to move your arms, but I know that last set I did about 3 different versions, so I'm going to be more conscious about what my arms are doing here. So we're going to squat, come up to toes, stand, lower, lower. 2, 3, lift the arms up onto toes, lower your arms as you stand, lower your heels. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Last one, 10. Down to your chair squat, lowest point. Hold. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come up. Good job. Those chair squats can be a little confusing / intimidating if you're not used to them. So just remember, if you take those out on your own, they're great. They really work the quads. So it's a great thing to try. Just always remember, your hips are still sitting back. The number one thing that happens is people just rock forward into their knees instead of sitting back. They just kind of tilt forward. So think weight to the heels, sitting back into a chair, just like any other squat. All right, high lunge. So again, make sure you get a nice steady base. So get your feet hip width apart and then step that foot straight back so your feet are still out of your hips. You don't want your feet like you're on a tightrope. You want to be on train tracks. That's going to make you more stable. If you have problems balancing in your lunges, consider that maybe your feet are too almost lined up behind one another instead of side by side. All right. Highest point, knee lunge. 10, 9, 8. Give a little squeeze in that quad at the top. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, squeeze. 1, squeeze. Lowest point. Inches. Push the floor away. 10, 9. Push through this foot. 8. Don't let your back toes. They're going to help a little because they have to push up too. 7. But that's not your primary mover. This is your mover. 6, 5. Your toes are just supporting the lift. 4, 3, 2, 1. Pull it through. 10. Step it back light. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 2, 1. Beautiful, friends. Woo! Get some glute work, quad work. Yeah, yeah. All right, other side. So put our right leg forward here. Again, you want knee stacked over ankle, hips in alignment, front to back, side to side. Come up, and now we lunge in. 10. Trying to keep that tail long. 9. Means you might need to bend your back knee some. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Lowest point. Inches. 10. 9. 8. 7. 6. Push the floor away. Squeeze through here. Drive. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Pull it through. 10. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Beautiful. Set 1 is complete. A lot of quads, and that's it. A lot of glutes too, though, to be honest. It's pretty balanced. All right, so we're gonna catch our breath for a moment. Those pull-throughs. Gets the heart up a little bit, huh? All right, guys, I'm gonna check out the video. Be right back. We can go on with series 2. All right. So, series 2 is going to be pretty similar as far as we're going to do one exercise that's full body as far as both legs, and then we're going to do a single-sided exercise. So we're going to work in what's called horse pose in yoga, or goddess pose in yoga, or sumo squat if you're doing fitness. Now, I will say horse pose / goddess pose might be a little smaller than a sumo squat for some. I've seen it different ways. So I'm just going to say do whatever feels good for you. So, and then we're also going to work on Warrior 2, which Warrior 2, different from how we did the first round. I'll show you when we get there. All right, because there's like a fun way we can get into it. All right, so we're going to come out wide. We've got our toes at like a 10 and a 2. And then again, we want to be, core comes in, belly nice and firm, core tight, and then we sit down into it. So take a second, especially if you've been sitting all day, and just kind of come into it, flare your knees out. You want your knees pointing the same direction as your toes. So you don't want your knees still trying to cave forward or come forward. Knees, toes, same direction at about a 10 and a 2. Okay, just another minute here. Just rock back and forth. You should feel it start to loosen up pretty quickly. So, from here, we're going to do 10 squats into the horse pose. We're going to do 10 inches, and we're going to do a hold with alternating heel lifts. We're going to do our arms a little different with each movement. So, with our horse pose, our squats, we're going to do arm sweeps. So, we're going to come down, sweep. 10, 9, 8, 7. Actually feels good on my very sore arms. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold, arms extend, shoulders back and down, away from your ears. Shoot lightning out of those fingers. 10 inches, 10. Same idea as we're in those high lunges. Push the floor away, sink back in. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now we're going to do what's called goddess arms. Got our palms flipped in, shoulders down. So we're going to alternate our heels up, right, left. That's 1, 2, 3. Stay long through that torso. 4, 5. Don't let your hips start kind of scrunching up to the side. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Perfect. Come up. Let those arms relax. All right, guys. So from here, we're going to go into Warrior 2. You've done yoga, probably very familiar with Warrior 2. You know right where to go. For the newer friends out there, I'm going to show you an easy way to get either exactly in your Warrior 2 or almost right there, okay? So I want you to take your legs wide. Like I hesitate to say as wide as you can, because then you're going to be like, okay, hang on, I can go wider. So let me say, go as wide as you naturally can. If somebody said put your legs out wide, what you would do, where you still feel like, I can stand here, nobody can knock me over. I'm pretty steady, right? So if you think about it, if you get crazy far out, someone can knock you over or you're not steady. So get as wide as you can and still be steady. And then you're going to take your left toes and just flip them out, pointing to the left wall. Hips are still facing forward, chest is still forward, right toes are still forward. Everything's still forward except your left toe. From here, bend your left knee in that same direction. And now see where you're at. I could be a little bit wider, boom. So we want knee over ankle, everything facing forward. You want your heel in line with the arch of your back foot. So if you drew a line from the back of your left heel, it should connect to your right arch. And that's how you know you're set up properly. So just play with the height. You can be anywhere that feels comfortable, okay? So we're going to be here. Let's come up out. Not all the way, just straighten your front leg. And now we're going to do 10 lunges. 10. You might notice 2, 9. As you get more open, 8, 7. That you can go a little deeper. So just keep an eye on your knee and make sure that as you get looser, you don't start getting your knee out here. If you're getting looser and your knee starts extending out really far, just inch your foot out a little further. 3, that's about right. I kind of lost count somewhere in all the talking. 2, 1. Now we haven't talked arms. Arms straight out, shoot those fireworks out, and then your gaze, if it's comfortable, should trace right down your left middle finger. Inches. Come to your lowest point, push up. 10, 9, 8. Just like those high lunges, push the floor away. 7, 6. Relax your shoulders. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to reach. So everything stays, legs stay stationary. We're just going to reach forward, push back. 9, 8, holding that lowest point. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now before you jump up, 1, straighten your leg, flip those left toes in. Now you should be able to just flip your right toes and be in about the right position immediately, okay? That's why I said don't hop up, because if you found your money spot on the left, you should be able to just transition to your right. So, give it a little test, see how it feels. Perfect. So, again, arms extend, but shoulders drop down, and then shoot energy out of those fingers. So don't be limping your arms. It actually makes your arms heavier. Reach out, and if your neck can handle it, turn your gaze down your right middle finger, and we lunge. 10, 9, 8. Again, as you loosen up, just peek down every now and then. 7, 6, 5, 4. Make sure your foot's still in the right place. 3, 2, 1. Hold. Inches. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Shoot those fireworks. 3, 2, 1. Hold your lowest. Reach out. Hold it back. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop those arms. Now you can wiggle walk in out of that warrior 2. Good job, guys. So again, warrior 2 in with that horse pose. You're getting this awesome opening through those tight hip adductors right through here, that when we sit all day, they stay crunched up. When we cross our legs, even worse. So all of these exercises of warrior 2 and that horse pose, we're opening gently with pressure into those tight muscles. I'm going to take a quick peek. We're going to do that one more time. Wonderful. Now, if warrior 2 is new to you, and holding your arms out like this for a long time is killing you, or you feel like you're straining through your neck to do it, don't worry about the arms. Hold as long as you can and take a break and come back to it. Okay, so don't just not do it. You want to build up that stamina, but do it as long as you can, and then put them down for a bit and then do it again. Okay, I know that can be a long time to hold if it's something you're not used to. And again, we've got our arms out. We're not tensing up through here. Everything's down. And again, extend those fingers. Push. My favorite yoga teacher ever said, like you're shooting lightning out of your fingers, or you're shooting fireworks out. And I thought that sounded so silly, but then when I did it, because I would have done anything she said, I was like, oh my gosh, it was amazing, the difference I made. All right, guys, so horse pose, again, give it a little test run. You should be nice and loose now. Just kind of check. Make sure, again, you want your knees, ankles stacked. Good. So get the arm sweeps. So we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Chest tall. My first 2, I was all sorts of doubled over. 7, 8, 9, 10. Low. Inches. Hold those arms out. 10, 9, 8. Push that 4 away. 7, 6, 5. Squeeze those inner thighs. 4, 3, 2, 1. Goddess arms. Alternating heel lifts. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. I know it's burning. 2. Last each side. Come up. Woo. So stationary holds will get you, right? All right, guys. So we've got that Warrior 2 series. So again, step as wide, comfortably wide as you feel. And then again, knit in, ribs to ribs. Okay, guys, don't be so literal, not ribs to ribs. Now we're dumped like this, like you're trying to pull them into one another. Let these adductors go. Left toes turn out, and then we squat in and see measure of our distance here. So that's probably pretty good. And again, you want to be able to draw a line from your heel to your right arch. Everything is facing forward. Our arms come out. And if you don't have any neck problems, you're going to look down that that left middle finger. Come to the top. Let's lunge. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, should be able to wiggle your toes, 2, 1, inches, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, make sure this left leg is open, pushing open, 2, 1, hold at your bottom, reach, 10, 9, 8, try to keep this back shoulder down, so don't push forward, keep everything flat, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, don't hop up, straighten that leg, turn your left toes in, rotate your right toes out, should get you about in the money. And again, just make sure heel lined up with that back arch. And you want this front leg open. Now if you're very open and loose, you don't want it open beyond your hip. You want it right over that foot. For some of us, that's an effort. We're tight. Our leg wants to cave in. So you really got to focus on pushing that away. Okay? It's just going to depend on how you are, how tight or loose you are. Something to keep in mind. Knee going the same direction as your toe. Not behind, not forward. Okay? All right. So let's reach out. Come to our top. Let's go. 10. Woo! 9. 8. 7. And again, work at your own height. 6. 5. I do this literally every day. 4. 3. So if there's anything that you think I might be making look easy, it is practice, practice, practice. Hold at the bottom. Benches. 10. I literally do 30 to 45 minutes of yoga every morning, except for Sundays. 6, 7, 8. It's a great start to the day. 9, 10. Perfect. Hold your lowest. We got those reaches. I wake up very stiff, very unrefreshed in the morning. I'm a restless sleeper. So I wake up tight and hurting. So I drink some water, go to the bathroom, and then do yoga right away. And I've got to tell you, it does wonders for the rest of the day. 4, 3, 2, 1. Perfect. Come on up, guys. That's the end of our leg set. Shake it out. But yeah, I'm not kidding. I was just having so much trouble. My back was killing me. I'm sitting. And at first I thought I was just in a new chair. I was working from home and I hadn't been. So anyways, long story short, back April, May, I was like, I'm going to just try this. I'm going to reset my day. I think I've talked to you about this before. I'm going to start my day the way I want to, doing something that serves me instead of watching news or looking at social media. I'm going to do something positive. So I get up, I pound a bunch of water, go to the bathroom, reverse that order, and then sit on the couch, say good morning to Charlie, and then I go do a yoga video, 30, 45 minutes. and I don't have the back problems all day. I just feel so much better. Such a good way to start the day. Definitely consider it if you can find. I know saying working something into your morning routine is like saying add a third leg, but I have the grace of working from home and the time to do it. So, but if it's something you can feasibly do, give it a shot. All right, guys. So I'm going to turn the video real quick, and then we're going to talk about our upper body and core set. Yes, and I'm super excited because I think we actually have enough time to do the core and upper body set twice, which has never happened in any of my yoga or any of my bar classes. So, as I mentioned earlier, yesterday was my big finale to the School for September Challenge in person, and we did drop sets, and I won't explain what that is if you don't know because I don't want to waste the time. But let me just tell you, it's about the most intense thing that you can do, and we did it through 5, 6 upper body exercises. So I am pretty toast in the upper body. I'm going to do my best, but if there's something that I can't finish, like tricep push-ups, I'll demonstrate. I'll go as long as I can, and then I may have to stop, okay? So just being honest with you. So we're going to work upper body, core, in a very yoga and Pilates inspired way, okay? So I'm going to kind of tell you the exercises so you can sort of mentally get there, and then we'll go through it. We'll go through the first round, it'll be a little bit slower, so I'll show you each exercise, and then the second round, we'll just whip right through it, okay? So we're going to start with around the world shoulder raises, which again, I'm not going to use weights on myself because I really can't do them right now, but some light weights are very appropriate here, but I mean very light. Not, I'm trying to be a badass light, 10, like 2, 3, 4. I do 5s, but would probably do less if I had it. So we're going to do around the world shoulder raises. We're going to do plank to down dog. We're going to do tricep push-ups. We're going to do leg scissor holds on the left and on the right. We're going to do a bridge with arm sweeps. And we're going to do side plank crunches left and right. Okay? So, it's going to be good stuff. All right, guys, so around the world shoulder raise, we've done these before. If you have weights, you're going to hold them this direction with your palms facing forward, the weights into the front of your hands. We're going to just simply get our shoulders down, and then we're going to rotate up to the top and then down, keeping our palms facing forward the whole time. 2, 3. So this is really just meant to be a mobility and a warm-up exercise. So that's why I say grab something light or grab nothing at all. 5, 6. We have used our arms a little bit, just kind of natural movement. This is a nice, just focused way. 8, 9, 10. Perfect. So I'm going to show you one plank to down dog very slowly, and then we're going to flow through it just like reps, okay? So from plank, we're going to get our plank all set up here. So we've got our wide fingers, our hands under our shoulders, our feet about hip distance apart. And then we're going to drive, we're going to push through our hands, drive our hips up as we try to reach our hips to the sky while simultaneously reaching our heels towards the floor. And then I like to kind of gaze out to flatten my back because I find if I tuck my head, I start to round my back. So make sure you get a nice flat back. So you're looking upside down V. Heels driving towards the floor, but they may be way up here. If you're tight, that's okay. Driving towards the floor. Pushing through your hands, hips towards the ceiling, heels towards the floor. Then from down dog, we should rock forward directly back into our plank. So we're going to do 10 of these. Let's go. 10. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. 2, 1. Perfect. So from here, come back to your plank, drop your knees, and we're going to do tricep push-ups. So we want our hands right underneath our shoulders. So tricep push-ups, how they're different is instead of our elbows flaring out to 45, they're coming right past our ribs. So our elbows bend straight back. Push up. So you might only be able to go this far. That's okay. That's probably about my range today. So you want elbows to come straight back behind you, right past those ribs. Let's try for 10. Again, I will probably have to bail. 10. 9. See that 90-degree bend? 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. Just going to count it out. 3. 2. 1. Good job, guys. I can't believe I did 5, to be honest. And I think if I really wanted to kill myself, I could have gone a little further, but my soreness hasn't even really begun to kick in the real way yet. So I don't want to push any further. All right, so we've got our leg scissor hold. So leg scissor, your fullest version of leg scissor. We're going to lay flat back. We've got one foot that's going to hover while this foot is up. So that's your fullest leg scissor. Or you could be here, 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 anywhere in between. So get your scissor set, and then you're going to pull your chest up like it's on a rope, pulling you to the top. Reach out towards your feet for 10. Hold. 9, 8, tight, tight. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lay it back briefly. Other side. Set your scissor. Set your scissor. Lower belly. Engage. Down and in. Crunch. Pull your chest up that string. Extend towards your feet. 10, 9, 8. Embrace the shake. 7. Might feel like you have an earthquake. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lay it down. So from here, we're going to do a bridge with arm sweeps. So we're going to be in our bridge position, feet in line with the hips, and close to our booty. Roll those shoulders down. So as you guys know, a bridge, we lift our hips. So instead of having our arms down, we're going to put our arms by our side. And as we lift our hips, we raise our arms back and overhead, and then bring it down. I'm going to scoot out a little further towards the edge of my mat. I hope you can still see me because I'm hitting a roadblock with my left hand to reach it back. All right, so we're going for 10. 10. 9. So guys, I'm just bending my left arm because I don't have room to reach it back. 7. Both arms should be straight. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Beautiful. All right. I'm going to flip over to hands and knees. Actually, I skipped one. So, elbow plank with a twist. So we're going to come down to our elbow plank. We've got our elbows under our shoulders. I was about to say elbows under our knees. Elbows under our shoulders, hands. You're coming straight out or clasped in the middle. You clasp in the middle, just promise me you're not going to squeeze your fist, squeeze your neck. It squeeze everything so tight you get a cramp. Then we're going to step back into our low plank, and we're going to twist our hips left to right for 10, 9, 8, 7. Shine that chest forward. Again, I tend to kind of want to do this. Shine your heart forward. 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. From here, come to tabletop. So, this will be a new one for most of us. You're going to come to tabletop, leave your right leg bent, take your left leg, and step it out behind you. So, you've got your left leg planted flat, your foot planted flat, you're on your right knee, your right hand is under your right shoulder. From here, we're going to try to come up. So this is a modified side plank. Now, if your balance is really challenging you, you can take this right foot, see how I have it straight back, and you can turn it to make more of a kickstand for yourself if you need to, okay? So we're here, long through the side body, open through the chest, lift your left leg. Now, if that's enough, you're just gonna hold. If you wanna go for a side plank crunch with me, you're gonna pull your knee to your elbow. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Strong through the shoulder. Don't dump in. 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Roll it down. Other side. So we're in our tabletop. And I'm actually going to show you from the back. I don't do that often, but it might be helpful. So I'm going to scoot in just a little bit. So we're in our tabletop again. So now we're going to take our right leg and kick it back. And from here, make sure your left hand is right underneath your left shoulder. And then we're going to open up. And again, you can take this foot, you can keep it here. You can come up onto a toe for a kickstand, or you can even kick it a little bit back behind you for some extra support. This is my weaker side for balance, so I'm going to take the extra kickstand. From here, you're going to lift your right leg, and then either hold or join me. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful, friends. Set it down. Woo! Come on up. We're going to go through that one more time. So that was all very yoga-inspired moves. So that might have felt really foreign to you if you haven't done any of this before. But no sweat, right? Take your time, move through it at your pace. You know, we weren't moving super fast, so I want you to be able to pick it up. So we're going to go through that one more time. I'm going to check the video. I'm going to show right back here. All right, guys. So let's get right to it. We're going to do those around the world shoulder raises one more time. So loosen everything back up. 10. If you have weights, you want your palms facing forwards, weights in the front of your hand the whole time. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm pretty impressed. All I had to bail on was the tricep push-ups. 9, 10. All right, plank to down dog. Tricep push-ups, I'm not going to lie, are about the hardest exercise that exists. All right, guys, so we've got our hands under our shoulders, set up for that plank, step back, chest shines forward, push that floor away. Now we push our hands, push through our hands. So we drive our hips up and back, and then we drive our heels towards the ground. Nice long spine. I like to look out a little bit ahead to flatten my back. Now that we're set, let's flow. 10, 9, 8. You should get a nice stretch through your hamstrings, through your shoulders. 7, 6, Yes, that whole concept of work and stretch. 4, 3, 2, last 1. Drop your knees, tricep push-ups. I'll do a few with you. So we want our hands right underneath our shoulder, our chest shining forward, core in nice and tight, then elbows come straight back. Drive up. 9, 8, 7, 6. Only go as low as you can get back up. 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. I was determined to do it, guys. All right. We've got our leg scissor holds. Oh, my form was probably not ideal in those last couple. Tricep push-ups are hard, guys. And please hear me out. If you were doing them and you were only able to bend your elbows about this much, know that is where everybody starts and where a lot of us stay. It's a hard, hard exercise. All right, find your scissor. One leg extends, one leg to the top. Pull everything in tight. Crawl your chest up that rope. Reach towards that back foot. 10, 9. Don't crane your neck. Don't do this. Keep it in line. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lay it down. Reset. Curl up. Reach out. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Set it down. All right, we got the bridge with the arm sweeps. And remember, guys, both arms sweep overhead. I just can't go all the way with my left hand. So get in that bridge position. Feet in line with your hip bones, tucked in close. We bridge up, we lift over. 10, 9, it's my Rizzo. Hi. 8, hi, sweet girl. 7, 6. Oh my goodness, I'm so happy to see you too. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There's my little house of fire. Hi. Hi, sweet girl. All right, guys. So we've got our elbow plank twist and then our side plank crunches, and we are done. So come down to your elbow plank. So you've got your elbows right into your shoulders. Hands forward or hands gripping to the middle. Heart shines forward, shoulders wrap down. Step back into your plank and we twist. 10, 9. You're so sweet, Rue. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Perfect. Come up to our tabletop. Everything nice and long. Knees under hips, hands under shoulders. We're going to keep our right knee on the ground. Step our left foot back. Right arm in line with that shoulder. Extend up. And remember, you can kickstand this right foot back for a little bit of support. Long through your torso. Reach high to the sky. Lift that left leg. And either hold, if you're lifting, I want you to drive that left foot as far back. Pretend you could stamp it on the wall. Now don't shift, everything stays the same. Just try to make that left leg as long as possible. And then we crunch in. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Set it all down. Other side. And then we are all done. Left foot, left knee, stay stationary. Step back with your right, plant that right foot. Open up. So this is a side plank, modified. Now that we're here, set that kickstand if you need to. Right leg lifts and make it long. And then we crunch in. 10, 9. Reach that hand and leg as far away from each other as you can. 8. Whoop. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful job, guys. Woo! Oh, Ms. Rue, were you doing down dog? Good girl. Yes, that was a beautiful down dog. Good girl. She does enough yoga between the two of us. She should know all these poses. Guys, I hope you enjoyed Yogi Barre today. Such a cool mix of work and stretch and mobility, strengthening, lengthening. You get all this goodness kind of wrapped into this one class. So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope if yoga or barre were new to you, that it was a cool learning experience and it's something you're more interested in. I do know quite a bit of yoga and I love to talk about it. So if you have any questions, please reach out to me. I'd be happy to talk to you about it and introduce you to some of the resources that I use that have been super helpful for me. Speaking of help, if you can, please, please, please participate on social media with us. Share, tell others, share the videos, share your own workout, share what you're doing, talk to people about it. Let people know the awesome things that we're doing here. Anything you can do activity-wise on social media, any of the platforms, is just more and more benefit for us and helps me continue to provide these awesome free workouts for you. And since they are free, guys, please consider, if you are doing these videos, if you're loving these videos, please consider donating. Venmo at Strong Style Fit is where you'll find me. And again, it is the only payment I receive for these classes, so anything you can give is awesome. Guys, thank you so much. I will see you soon for another workout. You guys take care. Mwah.